Welcome to episode 2 of The Warlords. Today we're talking Ninth Age events. We've got 2 coming up, and I'm joined by my co-organizer, Brendon, to take you all through it. Thank you for listening to the Part-Time Warlords. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Part-Time Warlords. I've got a new warlord with me. Oh, my goodness, 2 episodes and I've already got, 4 warlords. We've got Brendon with us today. G'day, Brendon.
Hello, everyone. How are we going?
Legend, thanks for coming on. Brendon is my event coordinating compadre. So he and I are planning a couple of events coming up. So that's the main sort of topic for today. But wanted to actually just give you, a chance, Brendon, just to say hi to everyone. Tell us a bit about yourself, and I'll pop in afterwards and we'll start to talk about the events we've got coming up.
Thank you for that, Chris. Just a big thank you to Chris for getting me back into Ninth Age. A little invite to a recent event down at the Shire. First game in nearly 4 years. Was fantastic to get back into. A lot of other games happening.
Was it really 4 years? Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 3.5 years, nearly 4 years, I think was my last game. So it's been a hot minute. So good to get back into it. A lot of changes, a lot of good changes. And of course, we know, 3.0 coming out in the next few months. So be fantastic. For those of you who don't remember, I'm Brendon. I'm the guy who only ever played Undying Dynasty, sorry. I'm the one who took the 90 heavy cav and got tabled twice, turn 3 in that tournament. So that was great fun.
With all your mini Sphinx models,
they are
right?
everywhere. To this day, I will open a container and there they are. If you are Nick Howe listening to this, I am the guy who allegedly slow plays you all the time. Just, don't take him into account.
He slow plays me all the time too.
Such a beginner I was back in the day. Still am. We'll get there one day. A little bit of history of myself. Started playing fantasy back in 2008. I believe mate showed me how to play with dwarves. Then got for Christmas a blister pack that was the Tomb Guard command set. Still have them today. You might see me field them every now and then as my little Skelly command group. Then, a bit of 40k here and there. Not much after they killed fantasy. Then got into Ninth Age back in early 2019. And here we are today.
Fantastic. Those are some really cool Skelly models. Is that the Tomb Guard models?
The OG, what were they? The real heavy metal suckers. Kill a small dog if you drop them, sort of thing.
Oh, they're absolutely
really,
phenomenal.
really nice models.
Oh yeah, there is a reason I've been skewing a lot more to the general plastics, because those metals are just so. I'm just scared of breaking them, scared of dropping them. And yeah, Brendon, you got in touch with me. What was it, like a couple of months ago, and said, "Hey, let's play online." So we did a bit of a run through on Warhol together and run through some of the 2.0 rules, which was, in my mind, 2.0 has been the Ninth Age edition that we have played for quite a long time, and it's quite a stable rule set after the craziness of what was the first couple of years of Ninth Age, with the rules kind of developing as you went along. So it's really funny to see, how far the game itself has come. And a big part of, the reason that Brendon and I met was a whole series of great events that were run out of Wyong, which brought quite a lot of us together on a regular basis. And kind of what we're trying to aim for with the Warlords to begin with is to restart up some of these regular events, so that we've got an opportunity to catch up with our old mates, spread the game, get it playing again, get the models out of the get them out of the garage, dust the cobwebs off, all of my plastic ones, no metal ones, very soon. So basically, Brendon is up on the Central Coast, is that right?
Up on Central Coast, still up here near Gossie.
And we've always had a great sort of community up there towards Newcastle and between Sydney and Newcastle, with lots of great players. So again, to all the legends up in Central Coast that are listening, hopefully some of you are listening. Please please come along to our Central Coast event. It'll be great to catch up with you. I, on the other hand, though, I'm going to be running an event in Sydney, and that will be coming up first. So I'll have a quick sort of intro on what we're doing. We're aiming to create some smaller events, hopefully, 10 to 20 people at a good venue with food, stuff to drink. And hopefully have a sort of a casual sort of tournament, event, game day, call it what you want. At the end of the day, we're all just there to catch up and roll some dice and have some fun. So, uh, event number one is the Riverwood Rumble. It's going to take place on Saturday, the 29th of June. Um, and basically, we've got 3 games. We're going to stick at 3,500 points using the 2.0 ninth age rule set. I was kind of thinking about 3,000 points. I know, Brendon, you and I have had some chats about what's the ideal points values for us really slow us really slow players that are still working on speeding up our game.
We do say
But
what's the
I think
ideal points, but I feel the couple of 3,500
Mhm.
point games we've had have still taken the same time as a 4,500. So
Yeah, and they have been in different circumstances. We were at ShireCon, a bunch of people there, my daughter there, your mate there, just a bit of a busy environment. And then the other one was on Warhol, learning that and agonizing over every move because we were sitting in our chairs at home, right? So
too much shit talking.
um, I'm sure we'll be able to get it back. Yeah, yeah. And our old Wyong Rebel Outpost days, I think we were doing 4,500 and 3 games. So fingers crossed, it'll work out. And this first event, the Riverwood Rumble, will be kind of like our testing ground for a lot of these things, and we'll tweak it as we go into the future. So it is called the Riverwood Rumble because it is going to be in Riverwood, in a RSL club at Riverwood, where we've got our own private room as well, and I'll have that all set up. Um, One of the things I also wanted to do is kind of inject a little bit of theme back into it. I think Ninth Age gets a bit of an unfair rap at times for taking a bit of the theme and a bit of the fun away as a focus. It's not really not really a big focus for the game itself, but we do have quite a good range of scenarios which you can build yourself into something a bit more thematic. So what we're going to do is basically run 3 rounds, and these 3 rounds are going to serve as like 3 kind of narratives, narrative battles within a mini campaign. So that's kind of the theme around it. Being Riverwood Rumble, I was kind of thinking, hey, we're going down this, we're going down the Amazon, we're going into Lustria, we're going into the deep jungle, we're going looking for some treasure, we're looking for contesting for a holy grail or a relic or something like that. So yeah, that's basically what's going to be my through line through all of these. And the first one's basically going to be called Washed Ashore. We're going to use some of the supplemental rules. So basically, if you're playing normal ninth age, you're doing the standard roll a single die, and you've got 6 deployment types and 6 secondary objectives to pick from. The scenario I'm going to use basically sees the armies rock up from their journey, absolutely filthy, smelly, scurvy, whatever else, ready to do battle, angling for a fight, as I've written in the players pack I've got in front of me. Yeah, so round two, basically all the armies have come ashore now, and they're getting into the center of the jungle looking for hidden treasures. So we're going to use hidden treasures, which is from the supplements pack as well. Basically, it's got some mystery sort of tokens spread across the map. Random number of treasures hidden across the map, and you've got to be able to score as many as possible to win the secondary. And finally, round three is going to be we've got the treasures, and it's the long march home. That is literally the name of the scenario in the supplement book. And basically, you're going to have one unit, and you're going to try and march it, get it to the other side, and you've got to block your opponent doing the same thing. So, thematically, it might not make a whole bunch of sense that both armies are doing the same thing at once, but I think it's more than kind of interesting enough just to have some different scenarios. I'm still using, the majority of the normal rule set. They're not extensively modifying the rules, which is great. And they use the standard deployment types as well. So hopefully, we'll see how it goes. As I said, round 1, Wash Ashore, round 2, Hidden Treasures, and round 3, The Long March Home, and see how it goes and maybe make some modifications for the future. But hopefully, the listeners, hopefully the players get into it, and maybe we'll do something with the terrain and the boards and stuff to kind of build it thematically as well. Does that sound all right, Brendon?
Good fun. Bit of change it up, take away a bit of the rule sweats from the game, bit more.
Varied.
That's the word I was after. Thank
varied.
you.
We've been playing, we've been playing the same sort of scenarios for quite a while, and just these little twists, and knowing them all ahead of time and being able to prepare. We'll probably go through them in a separate podcast and get the other warlords in to throw some questions at us and maybe get some feedback from them as well. All right. So, that's basically it. So, 29th of June at Club Rivers in Riverwood. That is the Riverwood Rumble. I'm going to have a really short and sweet player pack. Again, the main goal of the event is just to get people back together. So, sportsmanship is, going to be an absolute expectation that it is. This is a more of a casual event. I've even written here that the loser, you got to buy the loser a beer every game. I don't even drink beer, but I can buy people beer, so I'm sure I can partake in that. And that is it from me. So I'm looking forward to that first time round, and I've got a lot of help from the from our old Chatswood crew as well to help me with it. So thank you to the Chatswood crew as well, who are going to help out with terrain and boards and stuff like that as well. So really looking forward to it. Brendon, do you want to give us a bit of an insight into the Central Coast event?
For those who will attend and enjoy the Riverwood Rumble, won't have to wait long for a second installment. Almost exactly 1 month later, on Saturday, 27th of July, we'll be hosting Coastal Cataclysm up at Canton Beach Sports Club. Even though it's Canton Beach, it is located in Toukley. Almost identical setup to Chris, 3 games, 3,500 points. We are also using rules from the scenarios from the supplemental rules. This is a club that's part of one of the venues for the conglomerate of venues I used to work for. They are a fantastic group of people and are graciously allowing us to use this venue free of charge. They are one of the smaller ones in the group and just love to get people through the door. They also have loved hosting us previously. The staff love it. The venue manager comes in and ogles. He's a bit of a nerd himself and has wasted, more than a bit of time watching us and oogling and eyeing at all the painting that happens. All the painting and paint schemes. Come on down. It is a licensed venue. Previously, I'll just confirm with them, but they've previously opened the bar early for us as we get in at 9:30, but the venue doesn't open until 10. So the theme of our event is prophecy comes in many forms. One should heed it with caution. Sometimes, though, rewards promised are too great to ignore. Do apologize for that. It's a little the fluff drop. Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
The little horoscope voice I learned I could do previously. So our little theme is prophecies, as it says, comes in many forms. Multiple factions have been given a prophecy at the same time, and it's pushing them out into the desert. Say Nehekara, but I think that's the wrong law. Can't recall what in the ninth they just call theirs. But round 1, rumors of renown lead us into the sands. Our first scenario is Dark Visions, which, sand, heat, mirages. I feel it really fits that. And you have to contend with they call it a gaze. It is distraction in the middle of the board. Following on through,
Sandstorm. It could be Oasis, Sandstorm. That's
Uh,
fantastic. Yeah.
Following on, as we move through a desert, at last, a respite, an oasis. I found this was a very fitting theme considering we're at a little club that
Mhm.
runs on lots of beer. It's called a barrel of stout. Surely a barrel of stout in the desert would be an oasis. A little bit different. This one,
Yeah.
just picking up the barrel of stout and carrying it around. That's how we win the secondary. You've got to own it at the end of the game. So good luck, everyone.
Mhm.
Finally, moving on, we've contended with others who've come in search of the prophecy. Are we victorious? Dominating the field is our final scenario. Bit odd, this one, deploying in corners and gaining points for moving around and holding corners. It's how we win our secondary. So, yeah, been hot minutes since I played any war games. Looking forward to getting back into this, catching up with the old crew, seeing everyone, rebuilding that connection in the community. Should be, yeah, really, really good. Like, rest in peace, our old rebel outpost, which partially ended our scene up on the coast. That and COVID was, didn't end very well. So, but yeah,
Oh yeah,
just a little
just
COVID,
a little COVID.
a couple of lockdowns. I snuck a couple of cheeky games in
Mm.
home with mates during the lockdown. You know, now it's past. We
Oh,
can't get in
brilliant.
trouble for admitting that. But yeah, no, it'd be fantastic to get into. Looking forward to seeing everyone, seeing the armies. Also, very, very interested with the lower points value. I do very much like it. It's changed a lot of the ways I build army lists, made me look less in spamming just one unit. I feel can't really squeeze 3 sphinxes into this
Mhm.
anymore. Can, but it's not the sphinxes I want. And apparently, it's deliberate for the lower point score. They for a 3,500 point match, they specifically upped one of the sphinxes by 5 points, so you couldn't fit 3 into it. Was a discussion on the forum previously.
Oh, that's
So
it.
this could be the way of the future. Seems to be a lot less daunting, to be honest. So yeah, going to be good.
Mhm.
Good couple
Mhm.
of months.
Fantastic. They are smart cookies, aren't they? I didn't realize 5 points puts it over for a 3,500 point list. That's some good management right there. We've been playing 3,500 quite a lot, especially for casual games, just to speed things up a little bit. I think Matt put a event an army battle report put a battle report up on Facebook quickly with some of our photos, and that game I think we were drinking, we were catching up, and we were almost all done in 2 hours, even with someone watching along, having a chat with us, and going off to get lunch. It was actually quite quick. So for some armies, 3,500 points is quite manageable. And yeah, as you said, not too much spamming of certain things. And I'm pretty happy to just leave it with the core rules at that. Ninth Age doesn't need any comp; it's all managed itself. So it just makes it easy for us when we're list building and things like that. Using, of course, New Recruit, which was created for Ninth Age and lets you submit all your events and check all your lists on there as well. So of course, we'll be using New Recruit for us tournament organizer noobs. It's going to be our best friend, I'm sure. And again, Brendon, love the theme in that, and it has to be Undying Dynasty's Tomb King themed. There's
There's
no other
no
way
other
around
way.
it. It's one of the most
Of
enduring
course,
settings, isn't
always
it?
been obsessed with it. It's been fantastic
Yeah,
throughout the years. Never gets old. I'll keep milking it.
yeah. I've actually got some printed barrels and crates and things like that. I think I do have a stout STL, a big barrel. So I'll have to make sure I get my printer up and running again to get those done in time. Or maybe I'll send you the files because my printer is broken at the moment,
I hear
waiting on
you. I've got
replacement
2 in my
parts.
queue waiting to get fixed. So yeah, always a life this way.
Oh, oh dear. So that is Coastal Cataclysm on the 27th of July at Canton Beach Sports Club. So I'm definitely going to make my way up there um, for that one and hopefully bring a bunch of people with me. We'll do a big carpool like we used to in the good old days. that was always one of the highlights heading up to Wyong, heading up to Newcastle was the road trip up. So again, thank you, Brendon. You've done a great job with that, mate. And I look forward to talking more about the scenarios, talking more about some of the specifics with the other warlords as well. But thanks, Brendon, for joining me
Thank
on
you
this
very much,
episode.
Chris. Thank you for the inspiration. And yeah, very much look forward to getting back into the scene.
All right, legendary. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And again, you can find all these news and all these events on the Facebook group. We have a Facebook page for the part-time warlords, and we will repost those to all the Ninth Age community pages. You'll also be able to follow us through Spotify, Apple, and Facebook. And thank you very much for listening to the Part-Time Warlords.